What's up, you guys? Welcome down to the Vancity Van Life shop. Today, we're just in here having a little bit of fun. I think I'm gonna tinker around with the ambulance a little bit. We gotta do the usual morning routine. That means toasted everything bagel on a frying pan and peanut butter. I've been banging at these things. I drilled those ones out. A little bit of a ruckus. This one put up quite a bit of a fight. I drilled out both of these. That one came out pretty good. Just drilled it right through. This one I'm having a finicky time with. These things are super brittle. I'm glad I got myself new sets. Like, you hammer on it with a hammer and it literally just crumbles. These have been around this thing for probably since 2003. When this thing was manufactured. But yeah, I hit it with a hammer and that just sheared right off. Taking these things apart is, I don't know, a great big question mark. Okay. Well, that would make sense. That is crazy how these are barely even held in. They're not clamped in, stuck in. Literally, this little rubber thing is what holds the light in. I thought for sure there would be more to this. Those rubber gaskets are on here. You pop the light through and it looks like at some point maybe this was glued on here, but definitely not anymore. But that's gonna be a mess to clean up though. All that glue, all has to come off in order for us to paint this thing. Well, I got that out. This is where I need a camera person at my shop filming me do this, so it's hard to work and capture it at the same time. I mean, I guess I could strap a GoPro to my forehead. That might work. I'm glad we're not keeping any of those things. I bought new ones. So it's working. If I hammer them through, it breaks the glue off the plate on the back. So on the back of these things, they just have these little plates. But if you just hammer them, the plates pop right off. When we attach the new ones, I will attach it just a new plate on the back instead of reutilizing these ones. Just a veggie wrap. Oh, come on, get on there without getting all over the table. And a little bit of this Lily's barbecue sauce. Got it at Costco. It is delicious. I got all the supplies I need to go up the ladder here. Except for my hands, because I'm holding this and my camera's in my other one. We're gonna clean up all this stuff here and get it down to just the bare fiberglass. So we're gonna need a blade, a couple small blades. Put this drill to the door. This fancy little unit here is what controls my mirrors on either side. Ooh, look at all that wiring. All that for a little motorized switch here. Because we pulled the mirrors off of my van, I'm very familiar with how these things go on. There's a series of bolts here on the inside, but we are removing both of these mirrors off the ambo. Because this one over here was all kinds of messed up. The motor on one of these doesn't work, and the heating elements in here don't work. So I tried it, and I thought, having all the features on this ambulance, if you're gonna go all in on building it, might as well make sure everything works. So I ordered myself a brand new set, and the new set even came with another one of these panels too as well. Hey CRUZ, you know which one we're gonna need? No idea? Me neither, bro. Trial and error, my friends. Oh, really? Even the biggest one I brought over is still too small? I'm bad for that. When I look at a bolt, I'm like, I don't know, that looks like it might be a... Whoa. Oopsies. Thankfully, Mark the paint guy's coming. There's one. Now that I got the mirrors off, I'm gonna finish up removing the rubber seal. I want to call it a seal, but it was actually, it looks like it was like a Sikaflex or something like that. We're gonna remove the rest of this stuff off of this one window. I removed all of this off the other windows, but I forgot to do this one. I bought a great big case of these little blades, and I was like, I don't know if I'll ever use them. Oh yeah, man, I've been ripping through these things like crazy today. I got these new drill bits. They look super fancy. Come on, man. Does it really need to look this fancy? Knocking them heads off. So far, this thing has gone through 3 of them. You know, I was thinking about this, and maybe I should just grind them. These discs are probably way cheaper, and if they can reach in, it should work. As long as I knock the head off, I'm good. That ambulance build is starting to cause me a little bit of frustration. So let's talk about something that is simple and not frustrating. And that's these Jackery portable power products. Thanks for sponsoring my video today, Jackery. I really appreciate you guys helping me fund a little bit of money to build out this ambo. This one's still wrapped up in the box. I haven't even opened it yet. This is the Explorer 240, which I already have in my van, but I asked them to send me out another one because I've had mine personally in there for about 4 years and it still works. It's just looking super banged up. And I thought it might be fun to go abuse that thing to see how much more abuse it'll take before I'll need a new one. So when that time comes, I got one in the shop waiting for us. Anyway, guys, the one right here is the Explorer 1500. I've been using this one in the shop to run my diesel heater to heat my shop. And it will run my diesel heater. When I plug it into here on the screen display, it'll actually tell me how many more hours it'll run connected to that exact power. So when I plug in my Chinese diesel heater, which heats my shop, into here, it'll run about 35 hours, which is super impressive. So think about it. If you're plugging that into your van, that's a fair amount of runtime before you need to put a new charge into this Explorer 1500. And yes, you can run a diesel heater off this one. It'll just need to be charged a lot more often. Anyway, guys, these things are packed full of lithium power. They have pure sine wave inverters inside of them, so they're awesome on all your delicate electronics, your GoPros, your drones, your cameras, your laptops. All that stuff is going to get good, clean power from using these. And the great thing about them is they drop in your van. There's no stress at all in your brain. You drop them in there. If you want to use the inverter, you push that button, the inverter turns on, bada boom, you're good to go. Tells you how much power is left on it, tells you how many hours are left of run use. So if you have something plugged in that's pulling 50 watts, it'll tell you how many more hours that'll run on that 50 watt power drop, which is super great. These are super easy. Push that button there, everything inside that box turns on, and you have your USBs, your USB-C if you're an Apple person like me. And on the front of these ones, you can plug them into a wall socket, plus also putting solar panels right here in the front. Jackery makes those. I don't have any to show you, but they do make foldable solar panels as well. So if you guys want links to Jackery, they're in the description of every single one of my videos, but I'll pop them down here, down below. If you're getting into van life or doing any overlanding and you want to do electrical in your vehicle and keep it simple, this, my friends, is the way to go. All right. Now back to
I know you ain't doing this to yourself. Stop what you're doing and let him go. Pack up all your things when you're finally done. Call me up, sweet mama, we'll run.
just for fun today, let's cut one more hole. Oh, we good. Oh, we good. We're gonna use this little bugger because it's just super fun. I'm not really ready to do this part yet because it's a part of the interior. I'm just super curious. I wanna cut a hole in there. What do you guys say? Do we look on the other side or we just go for it? How about we cut a little one in the middle? It's a lot thicker than I thought. Well, that's where the hole I'm trying to cut is. Right in there. That little 3-inch grinder is just not going to work. It's going to need a bigger one. But what I'm doing up here is this will be a giant hole all the way across so I can utilize that space up there for storage from back here. I love the ceiling in the front of this ambo. It's totally cool. But I'm going to utilize all that space up there as best I can. Well, a bunch of wires. And up on, I don't know if you guys can see, but up on the front there is where all the emergency lights were. They're still in there. They're the old school ones. But yeah, I want to utilize all this as storage. I don't know why I cut that hole. I was just curious. And because I'm leaving on my big trip for the summer starting in May 1st, I decided to put together some GoPro rigs for my vehicle. I didn't film doing this stuff today, which I probably should have, but I have a head strap, which I plan on trying to use a bit more often because there's times like you've seen today where I could have just used a camera, but I never had it set up. It'd be nice to reach over, grab my GoPro that's on my head mount, and go. This will also help me out with some driving shots, and or if I'm ever outside of my vehicle in the backcountry somewhere and need to air up my tire, you guys will end up getting this shot here so you can see everything that I'm doing with my hands as I walk around and maneuver around, which I think is going to be an awesome shot. And then next off, I picked up some of these aluminum, I think they're aluminum, metal mounts for my GoPros. Look how long that thing is. It's super cool. Doing some changes around here. I painted, anyway, that's another video. So here, I plan on taking these because they have a magnetic bottom and sticking them to the frame in places. So if I'm ever bombing around and I need to get some really cool shots, I just stick this up there and I can get a shot from underneath my van somewhere pointing in whatever direction. I thought these may be a really cool option for when I'm out there in the backcountry. The chances of losing one of these, pretty high. Another one here too. So I've got this one, which is super long. I have this little shorty one here with a magnet mount on the bottom. Boom. Now I got myself a driving shot. Look at that. From right in front of me. Imagine when I was out there in the backcountry bombing through those puddles, how cool of a shot this would have been. Or having an undermount camera. Because these GoPros are completely waterproof, so they will last and survive. Here is the new mirrors for the ambulance. Ooh. And they don't even come with bolts either. Come on now. But these are in amazing condition, brand spanking new. It's gonna look so good, especially with the ambos all painted and stuff like that, with all these new pieces added to it. And all the things you see me grind away and bang away today with a hammer, look how nice those are. The ones that were on my van were so corroded and all this stuff on here, like all the chrome stuff was all like flaking off. It was in really bad shape. The reason why I bought new ones is when you open up the door, a piece of metal goes in here. Well, these bushings in here were super loose and you can't just buy the rubber to the inside of these things. You have to buy the entire unit. So I bought some new ones directly from the ambulance company. They're gonna look really good once that thing is all put back together and painted. I ordered these from the ambulance company as well, just as a test, because they don't make these ones anymore. They're no longer in production. I found square ones like these from Amazon, but they were plastic. They weren't metal like these ones, and I wanted this thing to have nothing but the best. The only problem with this is it's curved, that's flat, that's curved, bottom's curved, that's flat. They fit the exact same width. The only problem is it may take some retrofitting to get them to sit in there nice and smooth. So I got one as a sample, so I'm gonna try one. If it fits well and I can make them happen, I will order the full set from Demers. I am stoked on that space right there. I decided in the shop I would create a little space for a big part of my life. Believe it or not, that little square in there is gonna contain more of me than the rest of this entire place. That is the truth. If you're new around here, I've been a nightclub DJ all my life. I started when I was I DJ'd from the ages of 14 till I turned 19 in a roller rink. And then from 19 until 40 something, I was in the club. I did tour events with international artists. But that rhythm of the dance floor is who I am. Feeling that bounce on the floor because the dance floor is just going crazy and having everything in the booth kind of like get a little bit of a bounce. just makes me feel alive. So I'm creating a little DJ space over there just for me, for when those days that I don't want to think about van life or anything else, I can slide those headphones on and just feel that dance floor rhythm. But we got some stuff done though. We got, look at that, ooh, it's all smooth. Ooh. We got a bunch of stuff pulled off the ambulance today, and I'm just trying to get things a little bit more ready. That way when Mark gets here, he can start working on some of the fiberglass stuff. I still have to rip out of a bunch of electrical things, but we did end up getting all of these things off. Some of those holes I reamed a little bit too big, my bad. Got the back lights off. I'm gonna have to get through here and pull off all this stuff, which is, well, that's for another day. But yeah, we did enough work on the ambulance today that I feel satisfied. We're gonna open up that door and let some fresh air in here because I've been in here for, well, it's a little bit muggy in here, and if I plan on sleeping in here, I need some take two. And because we had a hard day, I'm gonna drink a Northwest IPA, go inside my van, and watch a little movies. This is not an advertisement. I need to get a picture frame for that picture. I just stuck it up there with tape. I think I'm gonna frame that one. Back doors are open, so you can see my red LED lights just beaming on the back doors there. Tonight we get the option to take our shoes off outside. Not like it matters, because the inside of my van is a flipping pigsty. Even like toilet paper on my poo bucket. CRUZ is like, really, Dad? You want to bring the camera in here to show people how we're really living? That's the series right there. Coach Snoop. Snoop Dogg coaching that Little League team. An amazing TV series on Netflix. Way better than I expected when I pressed play on it this morning. I watched 7 episodes this morning. 7! Wow, 6 and just a little bit. So we're gonna continue. So good, you guys. Nighty night shop, sweet dreams. Good night, everybody. I'll see you on the next video.